Hey everybody, Tall's here at the midnight my time. I've been told I've been a really lazy content creator recently because I don't want to stay up the extra hour or two once a new character drops. But that's why you guys should subscribe. So this is way higher than it was like 2 to 3 weeks ago. But I'm really happy to see that about most of my audience is subscribed. But shameless plug, please subscribe right now if you aren't. And let's get into the new content. So we got White Day Reo. All right, he's pretty good at 50 actually. As you can see, he gives the standard 200. He gives 8.6 instead of 8.5 like the previous character. I don't know what they're doing with these numbers. This is so random. He gives the standard 18%. He has 30% lecture rate, which is actually really big for a level 50 character in intelligence. Basically, in terms of the units that are used in intelligence right now, he's the only one who has lecture rate early on, if not at all. And then he's got the grade bonus too, which is like pretty strong. Like honestly, like very, very good. His big weakness though is that he's got the fucking shittiest tile I've ever seen in my life. Why do they keep releasing these black green tiles? It's just so bad. He's got a good special ability. It's generally so the first 2 points are for when you're actually using him as a trainer, but you get those extra turn events that we've been seeing constantly. And then he also has this inspiration tile. Also, he's like the best, I think, support for Annie Nagi at this point. So yeah, that's a thing. It's not really relevant for my video, but I just do want to point out that like he gives a special concentration to him. So yeah, but the big thing is that since we have Mitoma V3 already, this guy's actually pretty usable at 50. Like his special ability helps out quite a bit, right? Because he has that inspiration, gives awakening, and extra turns. But having lecture rate and his skill that he gives out when you get that inspiration is Past Master. It's one of the best skills in the game. Like, it's probably the best support skill we have. Him and X-Ray give it, but X-Ray is kind of like way more of a speed unit now, and will be once we actually get that buff. So like, yeah, like White Day Reo is pretty solid, especially at 50. Yeah, that's pretty much it for what I can say there. I don't think I have any of my friends list, so I'm just going to get the level 100 info off of here. As you can see, he's got that 15%, the 30% boost. He's got 50% lecture rate, pretty good. 35% intel. I don't know why I put 45 in my slide. What am I doing? It's probably because it's really fucking late. All the other info is correct though, so that's fine. So 60% intel special rate, 50% regular special training, which is fine. He's got the 100 and the 15. Really standard at this point. The level 80 stuff having this is really standard. Like, we're used to it. The big things though are the face tiles and I don't know what to call this. I'm just calling it the White Day tile because I don't know what to call it. But let's start with the Reo face tile. So gives one big step in defense compatibility. Honestly, really good because intelligence users have the chance of intercepting. So one big step is obviously a solid skill that you can pick up along the way. Awesome How Fun is such a weird skill, and it's because Rudell's stupid. They're stupid, stupid dummies because they listed physical on this twice. But basically, it just buffs all of his stats up to 2 times, which is good. Like, actually, really fucking good ability. Intelligence players are basically always at the whims of being stronger the later the game goes on, because if the enemy's stamina runs lower, they could possibly win matchups. So pretty good. Also boosts kick power, which, intelligence players can just randomly score because they can pick up second balls and things like that. The other thing is, this does have a chance at turn extension. I didn't note that. But the face tile does here. Maybe it's the. No, they both do. I don't know why I didn't. They need a bullet point this. Anyway, extra grade bonus 2 stages. Doesn't consume when you're in Extreme and Awakening. And chance of extra turns. Pretty standard at this point. And then the White Day tile, it gives midfielder compatibility, keepability, both really fucking good. And then Energize, which is actually probably one of the craziest skills for intelligence. It boosts pass success rate of all teammates, the interception rate of all teammates, and the stamina of all teammates. It's like actually the best support skill that we have. It's just disgustingly good. Anyway, this one has that Xbachi effect where it can boost you to Extreme and Awakening, and then this one does have a chance at extra turns where the other one didn't. So overall, honestly, at 100, he's really good. I think at 100 he edges out Mitoma V3 a bit, but the nice thing is that because we have Mitoma V3, you don't necessarily have to get him to 100 unless you really want the skills from the face tiles, and that's the big thing. So yeah, I think Annie Nagi probably gets a crazy buff here if you've maxed Xbachi and things like that. But yeah, this is a kind of a game changer. At whale status, he is going to be a perma-use, and we'll get into that while I scroll into all of the match skills. So he is possible to train before 100. Basically for intelligence characters at this point, 2 million is the baseline for intelligence to where it starts fucking up the game. And I'm just saying that because that's what he does. That's what intelligence does. You do end up missing good skills from the face tiles and his White Day thing, but because of his concentration and other bonuses like that, he's pretty easy to train. He does have too many match skills. So, we're going to start from the top. He pairs with Annie Nagi, X Chigiri, Kira, Raichi V2, Xbachi, Kuni V2, Annie Rin, Nagi V2, and Baro V2, and Shido. And fucking Rin V2 as well. I might have missed one of them on my slide here, but I cannot fucking stress. Anyway, he introduces so many skills. So the first one is going to be Power Shooter, which gives a buff to whoever's in the forward position. It gives crossing boost or crossing rate of teammates, boosts kick power of the player, and decreases the shot block success rate of the opposing team, which basically means that he is crazy good. But on the existing comps for these two characters, he slots in horribly because Isagi V3 and Annie Rin are the general intelligence users here. I think you could probably make a Shido White Day Reo Xbachi comp. But it's kind of tough. Oh wait, he gives Power Shooter to Baro and Nagi as well. So if you want to make a comp with Baro V2 and Nagi V2 right now, you could, but that's up to you. He gets Overload, Overload gets onto Anirin here, which I think this was the skill that Tokimitsu had. Yes, this is the one that Toki used to get with Anirin. It's kind of jank here, so don't. This one sucks. The big one though is Tri-Session, or as it was translated, Tri-Fusion, which will boost the second ball winning rate of the player, which is all of them, and the speed, physical, kick power, and intelligence of all teammates, which is just insane. That's two. What's the word? Breakthrough. That's two breakthrough stats and kick power boosts, along with intelligence, and getting second ball bonus. So this is a strong core. You're going to be building teams around this. This is just what you're going to have to start doing. In one of my previous videos, I talk about a lot of other characters that get this stuff, so go watch that. It'll be linked at the end here as the suggested one to watch. Then, if you're using Xbachi on your team, you get Dedication, which is terrible. This is not going to ever trigger. I think we've talked about this. It's basically if the activator gets passed to, they boost. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah, after they receive a pass, they boost stats and stuff, which just doesn't really happen with certain midfielders. So this one's pretty buns. Analytical power, though, is actually pretty good. If you could fit it on your team, you're most likely not going to be able to, but it boosts technical and intelligence and reduces the technical of the opponents up to twice per turn or twice per match, it's pretty good. It'll be better on when we get it on different characters. And then we have Chance Making, which boosts the abilities of all teammates, which I believe is the level that like gray skills and things are. Lasts until the end of this offensive push. Additionally, reduces the enemy team's stuff. So yeah, it's pretty good. Like it'll probably make you win more breakthrough matchups and possibly even score easier because you reduce their intelligence and things like that. And then you have Captaincy, which boosts the stamina of the player, boosts intelligence of this player, the rest of their stats of the whole team. So this one automatically slots in linking with Tri-Session, so it's a no-brainer. And then the last one is Restitute. This one, I can't bother. It's so fucking late. Boost the success, pass rate, and technical intelligence for this attack. It's good. We've seen this on other characters before. I think this is on Annie, Nagi, and Isagi V3. I can't remember off the top of my head, though, but I think that's the one. And then, on top of having just such fucking amazing skills, he's got crazy strong fucking skills as a player. We have a Rose Determined as his rainbow skill, which is a shot block boost. And yeah, that's crazy. It also boosts all the stats of him. And then it can be triggered up to 3 times. And it'll also boost the stats if the shot block isn't triggered. So if it just triggers and he doesn't block, he'll still get boosted stats so that the next time it activates, it's more likely to go off in block. Phenomenal stuff. And then I'll Take It Back From You is for second ball chances. And then also gives him a bunch of stamina for the rest of the match. Yeah, no, he's just really fucking good. Like, overall, he's going to be a huge part of the next meta, especially with how we have to have 2 separate teams. And you should probably consider a singular copy. Yeah, like he's good. Just, he is going to be worth pulling. Okay. Recommended trading comps, I guess, is what I decided to do before the teams, but intelligence is pretty simple to fucking train. The skills are probably more important because you want to get skills that will boost intelligence, maybe second ball chance, matchup stuff, things like that, so that you're not like losing out. I just realized I have Nagi in here twice. That's how important he is here. But yeah, the level 100 support partners, I've listed Mitoma V3. That's going to be a pretty common one, at least for this coming month. Same with Annie Rin. And then I put Sakura Isagi, kind of cheating, but yeah. When he comes out, he's basically going to be the best support for intelligence. So kind of future-proofing my video a little bit, but yeah, that's where I'm at. The other recommended partners, Annie Nagi. Technical is always a good bonus. Flash of Genius is a really solid skill that you can get. And yeah, that's basically kind of the main things. Luna's here, gives Mirage, kind of same thing. He has like some intelligence tiles that are important. Isagi V3 is here. He's definitely one of the better ones you can be using right now, especially at 100. But once Sakura Isagi comes out, he's kind of irrelevant, but he's still kind of recommended as like for now, like for the next like 3 weeks or whatever. And then I guess if I had to pick somebody who wasn't Annie Nagi, it would be Nico here. He gets this constant intelligence boost, which is pretty important. And then the last one's going to be Gaga V2. He's got a lot of like good buffs. He's got the lecture rate. He's got decent special lecture. I think it's 70% and things like that. The tile he has here, this black this black blue, actually just goes crazy at times, so it's not terrible for intelligence runs. And then alternatively, anybody with 100 plus special lecture is obviously going to be a pretty good. You can't use X Reo here because you're training Reo. Whale SSR options, it's going to be the Henri V2 just for that tech stuff, and then the Mitoma SSR here that is really good. Recommended. Obviously, both the Annie SSRs are really fucking strong. And then the new, I don't have it on this side. Oh, no, I do. This one, You Got Me Mad Now, especially at 100, is really good for intelligence and kick. So obviously worth considering if you level this one up. This is probably one of the more important cards to keep leveling up right now. But that's for a separate video, which I'll love talking about soon. And then last ditch effort, if you leveled this card up, the I Can Devour Them, it's pretty solid. Like it's got good tiles. The bright blue tile is very strong, and it gives the skill Savant, which is a flat intelligence increase, which is like fine because, you know, interception and shot blocker based off of the stat itself too. Same with the blue Lockman goalkeeper. So overall, yeah, these are like the kind of things that you want to use if you have them at 100. Even below 100, the some of these other SSRs will be fine, and same with the characters. And then we are reaching the 20-minute mark. Ideal T-Comp. I feel like this was pretty laid out, but obviously you're going to want to use Chigiri, Kuni, Annie Nagi. He doesn't have to be the captain. I'm just too lazy to change it. The captain is all based on who your best stat is, but this is just ideal. And then Kira is like good because the Kira skill is really strong, and yeah, speed defender. Spoilers. Yeah, we've seen this. I'm done with the video. Like we have seen these characters. I do not need to talk about this anymore. All right. Rate, comment, subscribe. I will see you all later.